Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is going to be the 18th video on Next.js tutorial, and today we will be learning about a little bit of form validation. What exactly a form validation is, I believe all of you knows about it, and for those who doesn't know about it, let me just give you an example. Whenever we go to add users, and when we create a new user, let's say um, we put John, and so over here, if you remember, we have done the basic validation, the default Chrome validation. So let's go to components and add user form. So here you might have seen that we have used this required on each input field, and it lets us, I mean, it doesn't let us, enter the blank spaces, or I mean it doesn't allow us to leave the input field empty. So if we click on the save user button, then it gives out a error that please fill out this field. But what if I hit the space button and insert a blank space over here, then click here on save user, so it's letting us go to the other input field, and let's hit the space bar once again. Save email, hit space bar, email. Okay, here it is asking to add, so let's say John Doe at gmail.com, and let's do it this way in caps, John Doe at gmail.com, because user can put the data in any format, like whether I mean they can either use lowercase or they can use uppercase, so that doesn't really matter. So we will have to make sure that user fills out the proper data here, and let's say city, let's say it would be DALLAS, like this, and gender is, let's say, male. So if we click on save user, then new user saved in database, and you can see we have got the name blank because we have inserted a blank space over here. So we'll just see how to avoid this thing. So let's delete this data from here, and we'll go to our Visual Studio, and if you see, we created a folder by the name utils. Inside this, we'll create another folder by the name form validation, and inside the form validation, we'll create a new file, form validation.js. Here, now first of all, what we want is the first letter of the first name should be caps, and the rest of them should be in in lowercase. So for that, let's create a function, and we'll export the function as well. So export function UC words, and we'll use a parameter. So let's say input, and over here we'll declare a variable. Let's say const no space, no spaces. So let's suppose first of all we are removing the spaces from, or the blank spaces from the input field. For that, we'll write input dot, we'll use a JavaScript function called replace, and inside replace, what we want is we want to replace the blank spaces into non-empty things. For that, we will use a regular expression. For example, for regular expression, it will start with /, and then we'll search for, so we'll search for um, blank spaces. So blank spaces is denoted by /s, And then what we want is we want it to search the entire string. So for that we will use plus and then one forward slash and then G means global search. So that means it will search the entire string for blank spaces, and whenever it will find any blank space, then it will replace it with the no space data. So there is no space between these two inverted commas. So you can see there is no space. So we have got no spaces. So we have removed the blank spaces from the input from the string. Now we will declare another variable. Let's say const formatted string is equals to, now what we want is we want our first letter to be in uppercase. So for that we'll use no spaces dot, so character at, so index 0. So what this means is, let's suppose let's consider the string as an array, and as you guys know that array starts with 0 index. So the first letter or the first word, I mean the first letter of the word or of the string will be at the 0 index. So character at 0 index, it will be dot to uppercase. All right. Now what we want is we want to slice the rest of the characters. So for that we'll write no spaces dot slice. It will tell that the remaining characters, I mean apart from the character at 0 index, the remaining characters will be selected with this slice function, and we'll just put 1. So it will slice the string from the first from the character on the first index, so that would be the second character, and will convert all of them, the rest of them, to lower case like this. And then we will just return the formatted string. Now this would be for the first name, last name, and let's suppose the city name, and we'll need to create one more function to convert everything into lowercase. For example, if in case user is trying to, you know, insert the email ID in uppercase, then it will convert it into lowercase. So for that we'll create another function, export function to lower, or we'll just use to lower, and input. Now we'll write const, and also we want the blank spaces from email ID to be removed. So for that we'll just simply write formatted str is equals to, and guys, we can keep the variable name same, because these are different functions, so that really doesn't matter. Whenever we will be calling these functions individually, then it will be, you know, executed so without any problem. So const formatted str, that will be first of all input dot, so whatever we will be receiving here as a string, we will just remove the blank spaces. For that we'll just simply copy this thing, input dot replace. Now we've replaced it. Now we will convert each and everything to lowercase. That's how it is. And then we will just, I'm sorry, and then we will just input dot replace to lowercase. All right, fine. Now we'll just return this variable formatted str. Now one thing that we would be needed for we will be needing one more function just to remove the blank spaces, nothing more than that. So export function, let's say no spaces input, and let's say const. We'll just simply copy this from here and we'll paste it here, and we'll just remove this two lowercase, and we will return this formatted str. So we have created three functions. One is UC words that will convert the first character of a string into uppercase and rest of them to lowercase, and the second function is toLower that will convert each and every character on a string to lowercase, and then there is another function, the third function, that is no spaces function, which will remove all of the blank spaces from the string. So now we'll just close this file, and let's see. Yeah, we have deleted the previous record. Now see, it's taking the blank spaces. So first of all, we will go to the form, and over here on the fname, set fname, what we will do is we'll just remove this, and also we will do this in lname as well. So we will just cut this, and we will call our function UC words, and we will just hit the enter button to import it from the desired file. So hit the enter button, UC words, and then we'll write e.target.value, and let's see if we are able to put any blank space. So it says no. It says no spaces dot slice. There might be some error with the UC words function. Oh, I'm so sorry about this. Actually, we what we have done is let's go to the form validation. So over here, we are not, so we do not need to use a dot over here. Instead, we will just use plus over here, because we are just, joining the characters over here. Now I think it would be correct. Let me see. All right, so when we are trying, look, I'm trying to put a blank space. I'm hitting the space bar, but it is not taking up the space. Now let's check the last name. All right, that's fine. Now let's try to fill out the fields. So I'm writing everything in lowercase a and KUR, or you can say John Doe. So it's automatically, converting it to uppercase and lowercase as per the function John Doe. Even I'm just, I'm okay. Let me just try to fill it out in uppercase. So, all right. So it's working fine now. And email, what we want is we want our email to be in lowercase. So to lower, and phone number. So also we do not want any blank spaces in phone number. So no spaces phone number. And regarding the city, let's make the first word uppercase. UC words, and gender is fine, because any which ways it's user will be selecting it from the menu, so we do not need any validation here. So let's try to fill out the fields. John, and then Doe, and then John. Let me try to fill it out in uppercase. So it's not letting me do that. So johndoe@gmail.com. Phone number, it's a dummy phone number. And city, let's say it's Dallas. Gender is male, and save user. So new user saved in database. All right, so we have got John Doe, this, and same thing we will do with the edit form as well. So we'll go to edit. All right, so here we have the edit form here. So we'll just simply go to our form, and over here we'll just cut it and we'll write UC words. And for email, I will write to lower, to lower. All right, UC words to lower, and phone number will remove the blank spaces. So no spaces. And then for city, we want UC words city. All right, here there will be a slight problem, because in the UC words function we have removed the blank spaces as well. But let's go to this form validation. So here you can see in UC words it is converting the first character to uppercase and rest of them to lowercase, but before that it is removing all the blank spaces, right? So if, let's suppose, if someone enters the city name like this, let's say Dallas, Texas, so it will not let let the user put a space in between these two words. So for that, what we will do is we will create another function, and that will be export function and uppercase UC and UC word, UC words allow space, or whatever you want to put. UC words, UC words allow space, and input, we'll just simply copy this and we'll paste it here. And over here we'll just replace this no spaces by input like this, and it will be done. So UC words allow space, so let's use that. UC words allow space, and I hope it is imported. Yes, it is imported. And now let's try to fill it out. Okay, yes, cool. All right, so we'll just insert Dallas, and all right, we are done with this. So that's all in form validation, guys. And as per your requirement, you can create more functions, as per the requirement you have in your forms. Whenever you will be creating any web application, you can do it. And if you want, you can take help from ChatGPT as well. So you just need to prompt ChatGPT that create me a function in Next.js to remove spaces from string, or to convert it into lowercase or uppercase. So you can just simply ask ChatGPT to generate this small functions, and you can use it later on. So that would be for that would be all in this video, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for your time, and have a nice day.